It is really, really cold out. -21 when I started the car this morning.
Yeah. Woke up fucking cold outside. Bought a new set of clubs. I figured it'd maybe brighten my day.
You bought new clubs?
No, I'm kidding.
Jeez, what a weird thing to tease.
You guys seen those? Have you seen those posts on r/golf though? They're like, man. Somebody in the world just filled their tank up with gas, so I figured I'd buy a new set of irons.
I haven't.
Brother-in-law got a promotion at work, so I figured I'd buy a new putter. They're the best
I dig
ones.
it. I like it. I woke up to my alarm this morning. Figured I'd buy some new irons.
Yeah, I had to celebrate another day on this beautiful earth, so bought a new driver.
Hell yeah.
So today we're obviously going to recap Waste Management Open.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it's kind of the start. It's like the start of the golf season for us when the Waste Management comes around.
Yeah, the start of me giving a shit again.
Yeah.
You know, because like after I pretty much all fall, I don't give a shit whatsoever. And then like the TGO was kind of teasing us for like, oh, golf's coming. And then now I'm back in.
Yeah, the bug will definitely start biting here. I'd say in the next, you give it till about mid to late March, and then you're like, okay, fuck, we might only have a month left until like we gotta start touching things up here.
Yeah, well, we got the Masters right around the corner to get everybody in the world a little bit excited.
Yep. Boys, played my first round in the sim.
Hey,
last week. First round, I say first round. It was only, we played 11 holes. Had to get home after 11. So,
babe, that's almost the perfect number. We've dubbed 12 the perfect number of holes.
I know. And we
not on the sim though.
We almost played 12, but after I tapped out after 11. Yeah. You know why I tapped out? Okay, let me preface by saying this.
Oh boy.
I haven't played golf in real life or on the sim since October of last year. So October, November, December, January, February.
Duh.
So let's say
I was thinking like you're doing the last year thing. Like that's a lie, but
let's say it's been 4 months since I've played a round of golf.
How ugly did your first swing feel?
Oh my God, you guys, it was atrocious. And I'll tell you what, it was atrocious, but it was also super humbling. And I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but it kind of like gives you something to work for again. Granted, in the game of golf, you're always working towards something. You're always working towards a better score. But yeah, the first 9 holes, I believe I shot a 41. I think I shot 41 through 9 holes. And that's from the whites on a simulator course that it wasn't too difficult, but I mean, middle of the road, we'll say. It was not good. You guys, the driver has never been worse in my life. And yes, I know the answer to that is you haven't played golf in 4 months, which I get that, but it's definitely not like riding a bike.
Yeah, there's for sure a lot of rust to be knocked off.
Big time.
Like I've been putting it off. Like I've had my clubs at the front of my garage. I've been meaning to grab them and bring them back here to put in the simulator, but I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. You should be,
because I haven't like you. I haven't swung a club since October, maybe even before. Yeah. Whenever I went to Cragen's last, it was the last time I swung a club, and that time there was a month before that I hadn't swung a club.
Yep.
So I'm just nervous to see what it feels like.
It definitely feels weird. I mean, people listening are probably like, "What do you guys got a golf page? And you haven't golfed in 4 months."
Well, it's -21 here, folks.
It's -21 here.
We live in the fucking tundra. We basically live on the moon all winter.
Yes, we got. It's cold. We got kids. Also, I mean, we've been hammering this page for 3 or 4 years now, and there comes a time when a little bit of burnout sets in. It happens pretty much every summer when you just like front load your golf rounds, and then you take a 2, 3, 4 week break in like middle of the summer, and then you kind of just you pick it back up. But that's kind of what it was for the both of us, I feel like. But when you say it felt, if like the first couple of shots felt weird, I mean, you're exactly right in saying that, because like it's like I didn't even know how I used to swing. So now everything is so new again.
Yeah, you have to make a new swing.
Oh yeah. And like,
maybe that's a good thing. Cause at the end of the year last year, I've talked about this in the pod. I had that weird nervous tick where I was like moving my hands way forward before I would swing. Maybe that'll be gone now.
Cause you just kind of forget how to swing.
Yeah.
So yeah, by taking that time off, you can kind of reconstruct things if things aren't trending in the right direction. So I think for you, it might be an okay thing, but for me, I don't know. I was playing pretty good golf at the end of the year last year, to my standards. And yeah, the first couple shots, especially with the driver, it was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Also, I just to screw around, I choked up all the way on my driver to the bottom of the grip just started like swinging it like an iron. And I was hitting like piss missiles.
Like, you got to shorten that bitch again.
I had like a 6-degree launch angle, like just absolute piss missile, like laser beams. Not necessarily hitting the fairway, but like laser beams. Yeah, when you hit laser beams, like the room for error and the room for missing is like it's a lot less.
Hey, dude, I'll fucking take a 20-foot apex laser beam down the middle of the fairway that goes 230.
Yeah.
Over a 280-yard hook every day of the week.
For sure. I want to say that my average driving distance through those 11 holes was probably around 230. Okay. And you're like, oh, hey, 230 is not bad. But when you're on the simulator, guys, if you have somewhat of a harder, like if you could swing the golf club, it's not hard to hit 250, 260, even like 280, 290.
Yeah.
Especially you got downhills and stuff. Even like there was one hole, it was 35 yards downhill from the tee box. And I think I drove it like 245, which that ball should go 300 on the simulator. No problem. Yeah.
Did you fucking up the gravity or what?
I don't know what happened, but it was really weird. And I kind of went in knowing, I even like forgot where my clubs were in my bag. Like, I'm looking for my 8-iron and it's like, is it up tight? It's
next to the 7 and the 9.
It's in the same spot that it was last year, but that's just like, that's how rusty I am. But it felt good to get back in there and just see where I'm at.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I got to rip that Band-Aid off. I'm working up the courage, to embarrass. I'm going to have to do it alone because I'll embarrass myself. For sure. I don't give a fuck what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I played with Miles. Actually, Miles played pretty good. He had a double. I think he was 2 over through 9, and he doubled one hole.
Okay.
So he actually he played pretty well. But like we were saying, waste management for us is that's kind of the beginning of let's get back into things. We may only have a month and a half, 2 months left until we can actually start playing outside. What did you guys think of the Waste Management Open this year?
I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. There was nothing like overly exciting.
You didn't watch it?
I watched about an hour and a half of it.
What day? Sunday?
On Sunday.
Yeah, I figured.
I didn't watch the end of it though. I missed the end. I finally have a way to watch now. I'm on my fucking uncle's Fubo TV.
Okay. Fubo. Hey, TV's TV.
Shout out Fubo.
And his account, only one person can watch it.
Oh.
So I got booted off. I mean, I could just fucking fork over the $15 a month to get it myself, but I'm a cheap ass. But I got booted off, so I didn't get to watch the rest of the Waste Management. But kind of a boring winner. I don't know this Dietrich guy from Adam. I did bet on him to choke several times because he led quite a bit. And I bet his over on Prize Picks every single time.
And like when you say boring winner, you mean more so that he was up plenty of shots going into like
17, boring, and it's like it's not an exciting name, which isn't fair. I know, like you have to win. Tyler. You have to win tournaments to make your name exciting, and he did do that. So maybe this could be the start of Thomas, right?
Yeah, Thomas Dietrich.
Dietrich's epic run, but I doubt it. I think it's just like a random one-off. I mean, Scheffler choked the final. He didn't choke, but he didn't play great the final day. I thought for sure he was going to make a run at it. He always does.
He was 5 shots back. and he was the favorite.
Yeah.
The last day.
Yep.
Which is
you know how good you have to be to get those odds. Vegas was like, yeah, we're fucking all your money's on Scotty.
Yeah. So whoever hammered Thomas Dietrich, shout out to you.
Yeah,
you know a hell
all
of a lot
four
more
of
about
you.
Golf than we do.
Yeah, Tom Kim, Noah and I's guy, didn't play great the last day either.
Yeah.
He did win me some money the first 3 days because I bet his under every time. And I was like, well, why not do that day 4? And then he went 2 over. So,
did you see the moment with Thomas Dietrich and his family after he won?
I did not.
Oh my God, that shit.
Emotional.
Oh, that shit hits me right to the core. His wife came onto the green, and then his daughter and his, like, I don't know, probably 6 month, maybe like 10-month-old son came onto the green, and dude, that, like,
waterworks or what?
I mean, not for me, but like
for him.
Yeah, just in general, like it, and it's touching.
Yeah. Well, good for you, Thomas. It's a good win. That's Scotty. That's how he started his run. Is at the Waste Management.
That's right. I also just think of like when that moment with his family was happening, I also think what that money does for a family.
Oh yeah, dude.
The fact that he just wins millions of dollars, and I guarantee that's like him and his wife. That's not what they're thinking about. They're thinking about, like, he just won a tournament.
I'm sure it's on their mind.
Oh, I'm sure a little bit, but like you kind of, in the moment, the money isn't at the forefront of your mind when that's happening.
Yeah.
So when I start thinking about that, I'm like, damn, they're set for a while.
Yeah.
Just with one tournament win.
Yeah. And he's from Germany, right?
I can't remember where he's from.
I think he's from Germany.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't see any sideways colons above the O in the name Thomas. So
nope, Belgian.
Belgian
Oof.
or Belgium. Well,
he's a Belgian.
He's Belgian from Belgium.
Correct.
So yeah, I don't know, kind of cool. Yeah, kind of. No one knows of Thomas Dietrich until now.
Yeah, the tournament seemed quite a bit more tame.
I have that written. I have very tame in all caps written in my notes.
They did do a better job than my prediction of them grossly overcorrecting and just sucking the life out of it. It looked like 16 was still fun. Skull chant.
Yeah.
Really?
Minwoo Lee led a skull chant.
So is he a Vikings fan?
Must be.
Isn't he from, like,
he's from Australia?
Yeah.
Or New Zealand, one of the two.
I think it's New Zealand.
Hey,
but
we'll take him. If New Zealand wants to be ingratiated into the Minnesota culture, we'll take you. We'll take anybody.
But I don't.
Interesting. That's one thing I didn't see.
Yeah. So he led all of hole 16 in a skull chant, and they all loved it.
No shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I can say it because I'm a Vikings fan, but I think it's objectively the best chant in professional sports.
Oh, I agree.
In NFL football, I should say.
I do really like the Chiefs war chant.
See, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's just the
tomahawk chop.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Oh,
yeah, like Florida Seminoles also do it,
right.
So it's not as original, and that's why the skull chant's cooler.
We pulled it from some.
We stole it from a soccer team.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Is that why he was doing it? Was the overlap? He's like,
but
in
it's
America,
like a soccer team in like Norway or Scandinavian soccer team. So it's not like if he's from New Zealand, I don't think that's his chant.
Huh. Okay. Well, we got another Minnesota Vikings fan. Someone just bound to be let down in the future.
Yep.
No, maybe this is where the tides turn.
What
you
if
think so?
Yep. Because
maybe Minnesota becomes America's team now because the Chiefs dynasty is over. They're gonna go fucking 4-13 next year.
I mean, that's just not true, but.
Patrick Mahomes is going to get injured week 2. They're going to go 4-13. T Swift's going to break up with Travis Kelce week 2. He's going to retire halfway through the season.
If I didn't cut you guys off, the rest of this podcast would be about NFL football.
Well, also
I could talk about it for 2 hours straight.
We could start a Vikings podcast. I'm just not like, I don't know enough about the rest of the league to do that.
Okay, so let's talk. You watched a little bit of Waste Management. Let's talk about something that you were super intrigued by. Tell the people the post that I sent you.
Post that you sent me.
I sent you a post, and you never comment really on posts I send you, but you commented immediately on this one. How are you forgetting this one?
Idea what you're talking.
Rory wearing an all camo fit.
I thought that wasn't that Rickie Fowler?
Or not Rory, sorry. Rickie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You sent that to me. I immediately went to Prize Picks, hammered the under on Rickie, and he withdrew.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Well, he probably got fucking someone probably hit in. He probably got hit by a golf ball because no one can see him out there.
Homie was wearing a head to toe camo fit. I see that. I'm like, all right, well, Rickie's confident. We got silly Rickie back. I'm gonna go hammer the under on Rickie. Withdrew from the tournament.
Illness.
Yeah.
God.
So thanks for that, Ryan.
Does Rickie Fowler just consistently lose bets?
He must.
So you guys know, like when a football team unveils new, like they usually unveil new jerseys in advance. Like the Vikings, there's like, what do they call them? The
throwbacks and the Winter Warrior
Warrior jerseys. Like those were out. People knew they were going to wear those. I mean, it might just be me, but I didn't know. I didn't have any inkling that Rory was going to go with the all camo. God, why do I keep seeing Rory? That Rickie was going to wear the all camo fit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a state. I mean, it's kind of like the NBA when they do like the player walk-ups and they're all wearing ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Except for him, it's the first tee.
Dude, it was
walks up to the first tee wearing all camo.
That was fucking awesome. And I understand it was still golf attire. It was polo, it was golf pants, but it was all camo. Which I wanted to talk about this last week. Do you think that does it turn the tide a little bit for like just the what's said to be the normal golf apparel and what people should wear on the course is?
If it was anybody else other than Rickie Fowler, yes. Because Rickie has been known to do stuff like this since he started playing golf. So it's not out of the norm for him.
But what he's known for is just like all orange. Like orange is a color. Camo is a whole different.
But Rickie's done other crazy shit like this.
Well, wait, this was a collab between Puma Golf and Realtree.
Dope.
So I mean, like hunting apparel, Realtree, orange. I don't know if like
reached out. Look at this, man. It's not just the orange.
Yeah, but that's what he's known for.
Yeah, he's known for wearing just kind of like out there outfits. So the camo is not that big of a stretch for him. Is what I'm saying. If Scotty Scheffler would have shown up in that, that would have been like, whoa, what the fuck?
I mean, is Rory
Rickie?
Why do I keep doing
I don't know, dude.
Is Rickie is he a closet hunter?
Maybe.
Because he goes with all orange in the early stages of his career. I mean, blaze orange. Let's see.
He's fucking rifle. He's out there sniping with his rifle. And now he's he's being a little more precise with his bow and arrow. He's got a little camo going on.
Noah, can you buy like the top or the pants that he wore? I mean, I'm assuming if it was a collab, they're probably selling them.
Or if it's consumer, or if it's like a tease to it. Oh no, they're out.
How much?
More than anyone would want to pay.
Well,
should we play the over/under game?
Are they more than Sunday Red?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hang on. Let's play the over/under game, and I'll tell you what. Like the
price is right.
You saying that about the price, it just doesn't surprise me at all.
Give us a line.
It's not disgusting.
Okay, so are we going pants and top combined price or? One or the price of one.
I just have the polo pulled up right.
Okay, so let's go price.
They have shorts too.
Are we doing Price is Right model right now? Or are we actually putting a line for it to be?
I like Price is Right model.
Okay.
Because over under, I don't know what I would set it at right now. I feel like you guys would pick it up pretty easy. I like Price is Right.
Okay. The price of the top, I'm gonna say.
I just want you to know my reaction. It's not as bad as I made it sound, but it's more expensive than I thought.
I'm gonna say $85.
I'm gonna say $85.01.
It's $80.
Ah, damn it!
We both lose because we both went over.
You're true. We busted.
But
you're closer.
The shorts. There's shorts of these. They're golf shorts.
The shorts I'm gonna say are 55.
45. 75.
100.
What?
$100.
Really?
So
but it's only half of a pant.
Do they come with a box of 300 short mag shells
I can't find the pants.
You're gonna catch me opening morning of bow season, in the Rickie Fowler fit in a tree.
Well, dude, some mornings of like opening rifle season, I've been in like a t-shirt.
He's fucking warm. Yeah.
Ooh, the pants are $200.
Jesus. Yeah, that checks out.
I mean, I can't say
double the material.
Because I think what did I pay for that Sunday Red lightweight
like
hoodie?
$145
like
or something.
$135.
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to.
We did already. We did a whole episode.
I will tell you though, it is my favorite. It's my.
I never see you wear it.
It's because I've had it. I left it here for like the last 4 weeks. Yeah, took it off.
I'd wear that fucking thing if I spent $135 on a sweatshirt. I'd wear it every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wear it often.
This article just took a fat dump on Rickie Fowler. Fowler's outfit worked a treat, much to everyone's delight, when he found the bush on the 9th. It's all camo fit, and he blended in there.
Yep, there's plenty of camo jokes.
It's tough.
Okay, and the reason I bring that up is if you guys are familiar with Lou Stagner, I don't know, he puts out on Twitter a lot of just a lot of fun things to think about. And his take on the golf attire subject, what it used to be and what it is now, and why people are still trying to uphold that. He says, wear whatever you want on the golf course. I don't care what you wear, and you shouldn't care what I wear. This whole acceptable golf attire debate needs to die. It's a sport. It's played outside. Wear what makes you comfortable and helps you perform your best. I've met plenty of a-holes in proper golf attire, so let's stop pretending that clothing dictates respect, integrity, or anything else that actually matters. And this is pretty much in response to Jason Day at the Pebble Beach tournament. Jason Day wearing pretty much a full sweatsuit grout fit at Pebble Beach. So, I mean, I couldn't be more on board with this.
Am I a Lou Stagner fan now?
Probably, because you were right on board with what he's saying.
I am.
It's like, it makes sense. What, like, when you go out and play a sport, why do you have to wear a polo? Why do you have to wear like proper shorts? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Because that's the way it is.
And that's the way it's always. That's the way it's always been.
That's kind of how it
change bad.
No, I get that, but people are so apprehensive to change. You look at Live, you look at TGL. People are always going to be like, they hate change, and it's in my head, it's the older generation, and that's probably just a fact. Who are trying to hang on to this like etiquette part of like, is there etiquette in the NBA or in like noon ball?
No.
Like, people aren't required to wear specific jerseys or shorts to noon ball.
It's a very good comparison that I never thought of. Like, no other sport recreationally gives a shit what you're wearing.
No, and it's like, okay, in a game of slow pitch softball, I mean, not even every player wears the same jerseys on some teams. Some teams have jerseys because I think it's a fun thing just to unite your team. But at the same time, if you pull someone else from a different team and that's the only jersey they have, they're going to wear it.
I mean, after high school, I stopped playing with my dad's teams who were very serious. Like, our college softball teams, we were all wearing just t-shirts and shorts.
There you go.
There was nothing uniform about us other than we all had gloves.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it doesn't make sense because, like, if I wear okay, so I'm wearing this button up green flannel right now. You guys see me wearing this. If I were to take this off, like, say this is proper podcast attire, this green button up flannel. If I were to take this off and just have my t-shirt on, I'd be the same exact person. It doesn't make me a less of a podcaster.
But if you walked out on the golf course like that, people would roast you.
Yeah, they'd roast me. They'd look at me funny. They'd be like, "Hey, like, respect the game." It's like,
how is it disrespecting the game to wear a t-shirt?
That's the confusion on my part. I don't know.
It is recreational.
So is that kind of like pulling up to noon ball and being like, hey, you're not wearing like a basketball jersey, respect the game.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what the professionals wear.
I feel like that's an apt comparison.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's what the professionals wear. that's what you should be wearing then, because we are playing the game right now. Respect it. That's what you were supposed to be wearing on the court.
I think noon ball is the best comparison because I know like you can't really put slow pitch softball and baseball in the same category.
Yeah.
But I think the noon ball is a very good comparison. You're on a basketball court.
Yeah.
You're there to play an organized basketball game, but it is recreational. So you do not need to be wearing a goddamn jersey.
Exactly.
The one thing I understand though is just like bring basketball or bring outside shoes or indoor shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that affects the playing floor. So, or like in slow pitch softball, don't wear metal spikes, like
right?
Stuff like that. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I also understand if it's like a tournament setting, if you want to implement the dress code in golf, like that's cool. That's a pretty formal setting.
I don't disagree with that. Like a country club that has a strict dress code, that's their prerogative. They can make that.
And if
you're signing up for it and you're agreeing to that, but like on a public course on a fucking Saturday morning, why does it matter if I'm wearing a hoodie and gym shorts?
It's a great question.
As long as I'm not wearing baseball cleats and destroying the greens, what does it matter?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think we can answer the question because
like
it's all subjective.
The main argument, because we've talked about this before, is that people say it's disrespectful to the course. My question is how? How is it disrespectful? They're getting my money. I am treating the course well. I'm not destroying shit. I'm not holding people up. I'm just wearing a goddamn t-shirt.
The only thing that could disrespect the course is the shoes that you wear.
Right. Which I don't think anybody wearing t-shirts is wearing cowboy boots and destroying the greens.
And the t-shirt, you're like what you wear for top and what you wear for bottoms. It's just touching the air.
Yeah.
It's not touching anything else.
I'm so sorry you have to look at me with the t-shirt on. Well, guess who else is wearing a t-shirt? Probably all of the groundskeepers.
Yeah, 100%.
And you have to look
and
at
jeans.
Them. Yeah. Why does it matter? I just, it's so frustrating and I don't understand it. Like, yeah, I wear golf polos most of the time, but I just don't know why it's such a big deal to wear a t-shirt.
Well, and I think we still follow golf attire. I would say 90% of the time because when you put your polo and your golf shorts on, it just kind of gets you in the zone to go out golfing. Like it gets you in the right mindset. Like, all right, I'm going golfing. Like, here's what I want to accomplish today. I want to have a good time. I want to hit some good shots, and I want to have a couple beers with my buddies. Like,
and I should be able to do that in whatever clothes I want to wear.
Correct. No, absolutely.
I also I see what you're saying, Ryan, where it's like, this is your hobby. And if you want to go spend $300 on a golf outfit because it makes you feel good, by all means,
right?
Like,
absolutely.
I'm not judging you for
100%.
looking nice and like wearing nice shit.
100%.
I just think you shouldn't judge me if I don't want to spend that money and I still want to play the game of golf.
Yeah.
So,
and it's like the game is already expensive enough. And we just read off prices for like, and it's not even the camo, the Puma, Realtree, Polo, pants, whatever. That's pretty much all
brand name brands.
Yeah, all name brands, all like comfortable, like really good feeling golf attire is very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you buy a top and a pair of shorts, even middle of the road, you ain't getting out of there under $75.
Mm-mm.
No.
And it's like, okay, well, if you want to golf Saturday and Sunday, like you ain't gonna wear that same outfit on Sunday. It's gonna be sweaty. So it's like, okay, well, I got to spend another $75 for like another pair of shorts, another polo. There's $150 right there. It's like, to me, it just shouldn't matter. You should just wear whatever the F you want.
I think too, like if you were to go like the real cheap option, like, I don't know, you probably find really cheap stuff on Amazon. You probably catch the same judgment from most people.
You don't feel good wearing that stuff though.
No.
Because like,
it doesn't fit as well as
correct.
The more expensive stuff. It doesn't.
I will say majority of the time you get what you pay for.
For sure.
I'm sure the Realtree Polo is fucking really comfy. The Sunday Red lightweight hoodie that I have, it's super comfy. But for some people, like they ain't going to spend that much money.
And everyone should respect
Tyler.
That.
Yeah.
I think that should be respected.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't tell Ryan what to do with his money. I mean, I can be like, holy shit, I would never do that, but I can't tell Ryan what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So Yeah.
So there's our waste management recap.
Yeah, I mean, it was just something that came to mind, and I figured it needed to be addressed. I think we've addressed it before, but with the all camo fit, I'm like, okay, now we got to talk about this. Where are we at on this still?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Should we take a quick break, and then we have a really good segment, I think.
Hang on. Let's. I just want to recap some Waste Management Open, some of the highlights. I did see one fight on Instagram.
Okay.
It was a decent one.
Who won?
Well, honestly, I'd say the guy that was losing ended up winning because the other guy, he got put on his belly, like hands. The video cut off before his hands got behind his back. And the other guy, I'm sure, just walked away. So I saw one fight. Definitely saw some drunk people online, but very tame for the most part.
Comparatively,
no streakers. No one jumping the fence and running through the course.
You know why? Because they were all wearing vests and they snuck behind the lines.
That's true. They're already behind the lines.
They were listening.
Did you guys see? Do you see the videos on Zyre Golf? They recreate. So when Shooter McGavin stole Happy's his gold jacket at the very end of the movie, and you got the foreman with the nail on his head.
Yep.
You got him like running down the fairway. Hey, that's Mr. Gilmore's jacket. They recreated that scene running with Shooter McGavin, running to hole 16 at the Waste Management.
Oh, that's cool. I did not see that.
It was fucking sweet. Hole in one on 16. Dunk shot. Actually, like if we were playing beer pong, I think that one would have got fingered out.
I don't know, ringer.
I don't know if you guys saw it ringing, but that's what came to my mind right away. So we had a hole in one on 16. JT had a dunk for eagle on 18.
Hell yeah.
Which was fucking sweet. And then Thomas Dietrich with the dub. So the hole in one, the year we were at Waste Management,
there was two,
but we were on 17 and we could hear the roar for one of them. I believe that was Carlos Ortiz.
Got to be one of the loudest. It is the loudest hole in golf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hands down.
Okay. Golf season's upon us, boys. I got knocked the first round of the year off. Waste Management done. Masters coming soon. Take a quick break. Be right back. All right. Last week we did.
I'm getting people hyped up.
Fuck off. All right. Last week we did subtle signs that someone's a good golfer, which none of you besides me can relate to.
You can relate to all of mine today then.
I know. So now because we just kind of focused on myself last week with subtle signs good golfer. This week we're going to kind of double down on this one. We're going to go subtle signs that someone is a bad golfer.
They wear a yellowish Pittsburgh hat with a green flannel.
Dad hats are not part of proper golf attire, though.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful to have.
I'm just saying that's how I can tell someone's bad at golf.
It's disrespectful to not have any structure on the front of your hat, is what I've been told. So, yeah.
By the man in the mirror or what?
Fuckers online.
Fuckers.
Them fuckers online.
Okay, so I'll start. I mean, Tyler's already started off. My first subtle sign that someone is a bad golfer is that they wear shorts below their knees. And I'm not saying their belt line, like they pull their pants down below their knees. Okay, subtle sign someone's a bad golfer is if they pee with their pants below their knees.
Yeah, because they're probably 4 years old. Yeah,
okay, that's fair. But yeah, I feel like you got to be wearing it like at most like 7 or 9 inch inseam. I don't know why.
I can't visualize that for some reason.
9 would be like right above the knee for most people, right?
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
I think so. 7, it will be like.
I don't know. I think too short of shorts is also a bad sign.
I agree.
The 5-inch inseam.
I agree. It's got to be like right above, right above like the teardrop in the quad muscle.
Sure.
That sits on the inside of your kneecap, kind of. like right above that, I think is a really good length.
That's where your short line needs to be. I don't disagree with that.
Because then think about it, like if you have to bend down and like read a putt or something, you don't want your shorts to get caught on your knee.
Yeah.
And then it pulls the top down and you see your butt crack.
And the guy that's wearing a mid thigh right here, he's not there to be good at golf. He's there to get some sunshine on the thighs.
Yeah. And he's 17 or 18 years old. It's just like basketball shorts are just like, you can see like 4 to 5 inches of compression shorts under basketball shorts these days, like especially in high school. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you can wear the shorts below your knees. We won't judge you. We're gonna think you're bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I don't give a shit what you're wearing, but you're bad.
Like I sometimes I just can't help but forming an opinion when I see something like that.
I'm not disrespected by your shorts, but I do judge you for your talent level.
Correct. Yeah. And it's like we get judged because like, oh, like why the fuck do these guys have a podcast? So I feel like we can,
because we had mics and a camera, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's my first subtle sign. Love to see it though.
Yeah. I think so a lot of these are really self-incriminating. The first one I absolutely do. And I've talked about it on this podcast, but a subtle sign someone's a bad golfer is when they start making excuses before they even swing the club. Like, yeah, I didn't, I'm pretty tight. I worked out yesterday, so my back's a little tight. God, yeah, my slice has just been bugging me lately. So, and I've talked about it. It is a good move. Get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Get ahead of that bad shot. But if someone starts doing that on the first tee before they even start swinging the club, you know they're not good.
My go-to is first tee box. I'll be like, I've just been so bad off the tee box like the past couple weeks. I don't know. Just make it seem like it's just your driver.
Yep.
Because when you peel away from a group that maybe you don't know, like they're not going to see every shot you hit.
Right.
Like up close and personal. So you're just, man, I've just been so rough off the tee box. I got to figure out my driver.
Yep.
Big stick's been off.
Yeah. No, I'm totally with that mentality.
I have on my list, if they subtle sign someone's a bad golfer, is if they preface the round with, I haven't been playing great lately.
Yep. Get ahead of it. Getting ahead of it is a good move, but it also means you're shitty.
Yeah. As long as we accept it. Another thing that bad golfers do, another thing that I do, is implementing new swing methods mid-round.
Big time.
You know?
Totally.
So, yeah, I mean, you kind of treating hole 4 like the driving range. Like, I don't know, I gotta switch my grip, and then on hole 5, you switch your tempo, and like all of a sudden you're just all sorts, like you're out of whack.
Dude, on the casual round too, like if I change my grip on hole 8's tee box and I hit a bad shot, I'd be like, well, that doesn't count. I was trying a new grip.
Yeah, I was trying out something new.
So I'll just hit another one here with my old grip.
Yeah, like
and it'll count.
Like professional basketball players don't just try like a new Euro step mid game.
They're not trying to move they've never done before.
Right.
No.
Steph Curry is not changing his shooting form.
Yeah, like
I don't know shit about basketball.
He's not. I
mean, MMA fighters probably aren't implementing like a spinning back fist.
Yeah.
They've never done a spinning back fist.
Fucking third round is a good time to try a spinning back fist for the first time.
Yeah, they're probably just not doing that.
Yeah, but bad golfers are.
It's muscle memory, and then you decide to just try something new. It's just not gonna work.
Yep,
it's not gonna work.
I do something. I do that. But one thing I also do that I think makes me a bad golfer is I will practice something new on the range, and then get to the first tee and completely abandon everything I've just practiced.
Same. I do the same exact thing.
I'm gonna work on this thing. I'm gonna get my grip right. I'm gonna hit a whole bucket of balls with my grip one certain way and get to the first tee and act like it never happened. Just revert immediately back to my old shitty grip.
I like how this has already transitioned to here's shit that bad golfers do to here's something that I do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we fit the mold.
Absolutely.
If the shoe fits.
Absolutely.
Another subtle sign that someone's a bad golfer is if you can see a ball protruding from their pocket at all times. Because the only reason that they have a ball in their pocket is so they can throw it down.
Yeah, this dude.
Hey, that's a good one.
We shouldn't have done this. I'm just gonna feel attacked by the end of it.
Yeah.
I always keep one in my pocket because I feel like the golf gods will get mad at me for being cocky, thinking I only need one.
Yeah, same. It's just like it's kind of like fate. Like if you are prepared with another ball in your pocket, if you're prepared to use that ball, the ball you're currently playing with is going to be gone soon. So
yeah. Here's a quick, easy one. A subtle way to find out you're a bad golfer is if I just look in a mirror. They're not so subtle, I guess, but it is a sign. Looking in a mirror for me is like, yeah, that guy's a bad golfer.
Yeah, your genetics.
Yep.
Or yep.
Listen, the faster you accept it, the more fun you have.
That's very true.
Honestly,
that's why they don't have mirrors in golf carts.
That's true.
They want you to feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Another one of mine is when you pull up to the first tee box and someone is just aiming 45 degrees to the left.
Yeah, they're playing the slice.
Yeah,
they're playing the slice.
So this is like kind of the opposite of fixing your swing methods mid-round. You're saying, I'm just going to play my flaws.
100%.
And I don't disagree with that, that thought process. The problem for me is I always think that maybe this is the round I hit it straight. So first tee, I'm always lined up straight. And then my hook comes back. And then hole 4, I'm aimed 40 yards to the right.
Yeah.
And then I hit it straight.
Yep. Whenever you play the slice or play the hook, you're just gonna hit it straight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I love links courses, is because you can play those types of shots. Whereas if you're playing, let's say you're playing Thumper Pond, you can't a lot of holes. You can't just aim 20 yards to the left or right because you're gonna hit a spruce tree right away.
Yeah, like Mapleton.
Yeah,
I can't aim 40 yards to the right because I'll be on the fucking interstate.
Exactly. Another subtle sign that someone's a bad golfer is if they go into a full squat when putting the tee on the ground.
Or their knee touches the ground. They have to take a knee to put their tee in.
Exactly.
I think I do that.
Yeah.
I think I do that.
Well.
I think I do that.
Because you don't have any leverage
No.
if you're in a full squat, because you usually put the tee in the ground in front of you and not to the side of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go into a full squat and you're trying to put it in front of you, you have no leverage. The fulcrum.
You also just look like a child.
Hey,
Kind of, yeah.
If you're in your long ass shorts, bending over fully, putting a tee in the ground, so you got your ass crack hanging out, your 2-piece in that. That's it.
Exactly.
Hey, whoa.
What an image. And then you get up and you aim 45 yards to the left.
Yeah.
That guy's not good.
No, and it's golfers already have bad hips.
And that's okay.
It is
That's
okay.
okay.
As long as Joe's out there having fun.
Yes.
Fuck it. Whatever.
Have
dude.
fun,
Do whatever
Joe.
you want to do.
Another surefire, not surefire, but 98% of the time someone's a bad golfer is if they take 15 practice swings.
Yep.
If you're taking more than 5 practice swings, it's because you're mentally trying to fix all your flaws in those practice swings, and then you're going to get up and top the ball anyway.
Well, it just shows you're not comfortable with your swing.
Correct. When we played in the pro-ams, every pro we've ever played with takes 1 practice swing, maybe 2.
Yeah, and a lot of times they take it from behind the ball. It's more of just a feel thing.
It's a routine for them.
Yep.
It's not
pre-shot routine.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. And their pre-shot routine does not include 5 to 10 practice swings.
No, absolutely not. They're taking a pre-shot routine swing behind the ball, looking at their line. They're addressing the ball, and then they might be taking doing a takeaway, maybe a 2 feet, to 2 feet behind the ball, just to feel that out.
And they're not doing the crazy ass wiggle thing with it either.
Usually not
on their takeaway.
Usually not. Yeah.
And then immediately saying that's the one after the last practice swing. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
My line as well. You fucking wasted it.
Yeah.
That
was a good one. You wasted it.
Not a lot of baseball players are taking 5 full hacks before they step into the box.
That just looks crazy. That's a confidence thing. I mean, the better you are at golf, the more confident you are.
Okay.
The more dialed in you have your clubs, you know, too.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I know exactly what I need to swing right now.
Yep.
Solve this for me, Ryan, because I played baseball for a good chunk of my younger years.
Mhm.
And I always thought that it was ridiculous for the guy on deck to be taking cuts, trying to time the pitches.
It is helpful.
Because like, I just don't think it translates.
No, and like I'd say the correct way to do it is not like timing and then taking a full cut. It's more so the timing and getting your front foot down.
Okay.
So like, hey, I want my front foot to be down and set when the pitcher is like, you know, damn near releasing the ball or whatever.
So it actually is beneficial in some way.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Sure. But taking full hacks, I don't know. I think, it's more of a front foot timing type deal in my head.
I don't know. At 13, I just thought it was ridiculous. It'd be like, buddy, it's going to feel different when you're actually standing at the plate. You're just screwing yourself up. And if you get anything off speed, you're fucked.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. And yep.
Okay. I think, you're up, Noah.
I have a quote that bad golfers would say. So this is something that they would say. Not me ever. So just put me down for 5.
Yeah.
That's a usual, like after watching like a really tough hole and if you're like, hey, what'd you get there? Just put a 5.
Yeah, and the number, I know you're just using it as an example, but the number is completely irrelevant. If they just say, just put me down, blank, boom, done. Yeah. Like, I
feel like 5 is the consistent number.
Whatever. Like for us, it's 8. Just put me down for an 8. I shot a 12, but it's an 8. 8's our max.
Yeah.
I think
6 to 8.
I think the word just
Yeah.
throws the entire sentence off. Because if you're like,
because you're openly admitting without admitting that you're lying.
Correct.
That you completely fucked that hole and that just put me down for something that doesn't count at the end of the day.
Yeah. If you said, hey, what'd you get? And I say, put me down for a 5. Like that's definitive and it's like direct enough. Like put me down for a 5 versus just put me down for a 5. Okay, well,
that's an admission of guilt for sure.
Correct.
It's a tone thing too. You can tell in the tone when someone's like, just put me down for a 5.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so you got it. You 10-pieced that thing, didn't you?
Correct. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. My last subtle sign that someone's a bad golfer is if they play with a colored golf ball.
Oh, come on.
Tyler's an avid colored golf ball guy.
Love them.
If you're playing with a purple Volvic, you bought that in the club. You bought it in the clubhouse before you started.
Okay, I do have some standards. You can't play with anything blue, purple, or green.
You ain't gonna see Lucas playing with even a yellow.
You're
ball.
right. You are right, but it's just so directed at me. I have to defend myself, man.
And odds are we probably just found that ball somewhere else. And the reason we found it is because we lost our previous ball and we had to go looking for new ones.
Yeah, and I get really excited when I find a colored one. Yellow or orange. Or sometimes the red ones.
Yeah.
Those are the only colored ones I like.
The infrared, the bright red.
Those
are beauties.
And I'm saying solid color. I don't mean Vice has like the
speckled,
like the splattered paint look. That doesn't count. That's dominant white.
What about the soccer balls?
Soccer ball's still dominant white, I'd say. Okay,
what about the two-tone?
The TaylorMades?
The TaylorMades or the Strixons that are like half and half.
I think those are okay. If it's half and half solid color.
Yep. So like they have the red one and the yellow one. It's 50-50.
Bad golfer.
Okay.
Now the TaylorMade balls with the thick colored stripe all the way around, for I'd say putting purposes or just to see how you're rolling the ball. Those are fine. Completely fine.
Okay.
But any sort of solid color, that whether that's one color, 2 colors, 3 colors, if they're solid and dominant, probably ain't that good. Fucker. And I use colored balls because I have found them in the woods and they're in my bag.
All right, I got 3 more. I'll rattle them off here.
Yeah, do it.
If they've got marks on the top of their driver, bad. I have several. Marks on the top of my driver. Jake, the top of his driver is almost completely worn through.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen anybody hit under the ball more.
The round I played on the sim last week, I hit a Jake drive.
Oof.
It almost hit the launch monitor above me.
Directly above you.
And lucky for me, this is the great thing about playing the sim, didn't read it.
Hell yeah. Freebie. Actually, I lied. I have 4 more. I was supposed to talk about this at the end of my taking a shit ton of practice swings. If they're taking a divot in their practice swing, bad golfer.
Yeah. Hey, you wasted a good one.
Yeah, that was the one right there.
That was the one. Okay, well now I know it's the one.
We don't need to be fucking up the tee box in your practice swing.
That's true.
Another one. This is a self call out. Big time. You are a bad golfer if you have a ball grabber in your bag.
Yep, you are.
Yep, because you have it in you're a bad golfer that knows it if you have a ball grabber in your bag. And last one, having no club covers whatsoever or having way too many. So like if you've got 6 club covers, it just means one, you either have a weird bag where you have like 3 3-woods or like a couple extra hybrids you don't need, or iron covers. But more likely the guy that has 0 club covers is bad. You know, he was gifted those clubs. He doesn't give a shit, which is totally fine. Like I'm a huge advocate for getting cheap clubs, but I know you're not going to be good, which you're probably going to be fun, which is a win for you, but you're not going to be good.
Yeah. It's like if you have your irons covered, what are you doing? And if you don't have your driver, woods, and putter covered, what are you doing?
Yeah. 100%.
I'm with you on both of those.
Got any more?
Nope. I'm out.
Well, I got one more.
Take us home, Noah.
This is the biggest, and this is the biggest sign that you are a horrible golfer. And I mean terrible.
Jesus. Okay, lay it on us.
Okay.
You're on a fucking golf podcast.
Okay. This has been a demoralizing segment for myself.
What's up, fellas? Woo!
We haven't golfed since October.
Yeah. Golf.
I saw the other day I saw a podcast clip. It wasn't even golf related. I saw a podcast clip. It was 2 girls who have a podcast, and the top comment was, we got to start making podcast equipment more expensive.
Yeah. There's a whole trend. People would just comment, make podcast mics illegal.
Yeah.
That was that.
We've been subject to that.
Make
a time or 2.
Somebody commented on our reel or our TikTok, the last one last week, said, we got to start buying a podcast equipment back from these people. Take it.
Hey, there's a price for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sell it. We'll just buy more.
There's a price for everything.
Surprise. Guess what? We have extras.
That we do.
And surprise.
We're professional podcast.
I would probably take that money and go buy a new set of clubs, which is going to make me a better golfer.
Is it?
Which then makes me qualified to have a golf podcast. So you buying this podcast equipment is actually bad for you.
Yeah.
And it's good for us.
I would love to know. Because I would disagree with you, Noah, not wholeheartedly. Because I think most golf podcasts are pretty good golfers.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we took all of the major ones that chart, like the peek behind the curtain, we chart. I bet we're the worst. I bet we're the worst golfers out of all the golf podcasts that chart in the top 50.
Oh, and yeah, I'm leaning into the joke here.
No, I'm totally with you. I'm willing to bet that if we were in a competition against the, let's say, top 30 golf podcasts in the world, we would get last place. Foreplay guys, much better than us. Rick Shields, much better than us. Paige Sporanic, much better than us.
I'm reading through like all of these.
I don't think we could beat any of them.
Judging by the title, the only
if you look at Bob Does Sports, they're one of my favorite golf channels.
Yes.
2v2, you and me versus Bob and Cold Cuts. We had Cold Cuts on the podcast.
Yep. 3 years ago, we could beat him. We can't beat him now.
I don't know if I totally agree with that. Now, if you go 3v3, us three in the room, and then you add Fat Perez to their team, done.
Toasted.
We're absolutely fucked.
Because I would say, I don't know about Bobby. You might be better than Bobby. Cold Cuts is better than me, and Fat Perez is better than all of us.
Yeah, I don't think we could beat FP in a 3v1 scramble.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm serious. Like, we might be the worst actual golfers of all the top.
But you know what? You know why people don't like it is because we are implementers of change.
Yeah,
and people in the golf world, as we talked about, do not like change. So take that for what it is. But that's my belief as to why people are against very subpar golfers having a voice.
You know what though? I sounded real negative when I did that monologue. I'm proud of it.
Me too.
I'm proud of it.
Because you
don't have to be a scratch golfer to be relatable.
I actually think this is year 5. 2025 is year 5.
I think you're right.
Of Breakfast Ball.
Because we started fall of 2020.
Yes, so about 4.5 years.
Being like, we're more relatable to
the masses,
right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. What's the percentage? Like 80% of people will never break 100. Is that the number that we talked about? It's like, you're with us. Like, we're more than that. Than if you go listen to the professionals that
Yeah.
So
and that's why you'll never really catch us talking high level professional golf.
Correct.
Because people of our skill level, ability, you name it, they can't really talk high level golf. There's a specific group of people who can speak highly on the PGA and the ins and outs and all that. We're just not them.
We're not that guy.
Yeah, and we're not here to talk analytics. Fix your swing.
No, we're not here to pretend to be people that we're not.
Oh, I think that's one thing we're really good at.
We are here to be a voice for every person that has one of the attributes in the segment we just did.
Boom.
I like that.
So anybody that uses a colored ball or aims 45 yards to the left or takes a knee to put their tee in the ground, we are here for you. We are not here for the people we talked about last week with the white foot joys.
The last one on my list, sell sign your bad golfers if you wear a bad birdie polo. I have 3 of them. So let's end it there. Guys, thanks for listening in. Love you all.
Love you.
See you next week.
Love you.